I'm Nick. It's time to tear down the Thermaltake H550. There's a few things I wanted to chat about while I was tearing it down. So it's going to be a tear down and chill. So it's one where I sit around and chat to you guys as I pull everything apart. So yeah, let's do it. A tear down, I guess. It's that time. Let's do it. Like usual, these videos aren't meant to be like a guide on how to tear apart your computer. They're not even the right way to tear apart a computer. They're just here to show you what happens when we're done with the PCs, and then all of our parts go back into our inventory, ready to be used for another build later down the line. So with all of that said, and all of that boring stuff out of the way, let's get to it. Okay, let's get the side panel off. Side panel game. It always happens to me. I'm really not good at taking computers apart. Okay, let's get that panel out of the way. GPU first. Now, a lot of people asked why we ended up using the 5500 XT in this build. Well, it was requested by Discord. So if you don't like the combination of these parts in this build, you can literally blame our community. It's their fault. I do whatever you tell me to do. That's how these builds happen. That's where the recommendations for parts come from. You guys, not me, you. So yeah, you can blame everyone except me because I don't make mistakes, right, Claire?
Yeah.
Ever. I don't make mistakes
totally.
Ever. Yeah.
100% agree.
Yeah.
And disagree.
And disagree. Okay. That's nice of you, Claire. That's nice, dear.
You're welcome.
That's nice, dear. Okay. Have a look at this horrible mess of cable management, and I'm going to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart with cable management, and like if you agree, because I guarantee you,
oh my God,
it's actually not too bad.
It's disgusting.
Oh, it's pretty horrible.
How can you live with yourself, Nick?
Thanks for making me feel self-conscious about my cable management.
Alright.
No, I'm never serious. Okay, rightio. Let's undo this, and I wanted to talk about something that a lot of people have complained to me about with Thermaltake products. Are you ready? Okay. First of all, these fan cables. Wait for it. I already know, people already know what I'm going to say about them. I know someone from Thermaltake is going to watch this video. So I'm going to say this once, and I'm going to say it once only. And I'll never mention this ever again because I think I've talked about this to death. For the love of all things great in the world, please make these cables shorter. This cable and these fan cables are way too long. What am I supposed to do with all of them? Not only are they long, they're super thick and they're annoying to cable manage. That's how annoyed I am. I can't even say it properly. Please fix this. And the second thing that I wanted to talk about with Thermaltake RGB, and oh my God, it's 2020 already as well, and I can't believe I have to talk about this. And Claire knows exactly what I'm going to talk about because she tweeted about this the other day. Please get rid of Molex. It's 2020, not 2000. We don't need this anymore. When did SATA come out? 2004? Around there, like it hit mainstream around 2004, 2003. It's been over 15 years. Get rid of this shit. I don't want it anymore. F it off. No more Molex, please. Because the thing is, like, I understand why. It's cheaper to manufacture and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. I get it. I get the spiel. But the problem I have is I have to plug in these additional cables into a power supply. It means there's more stuff I need to plug into a modular power supply. And half the time, these things don't even plug in anyway. Get rid of them, please. I know I don't usually get this angry, but this is something I was going to talk about in the build video, but I literally forgot. And then as I sat down thinking about what to talk about for this video, I was like, I need to address this. And there's a third thing that I'm going to talk about that I'm going to show you. I want to know if you have the same experience because it's something that I have noticed with basically every single Thermaltake case. Let's just continue tearing this apart and I'll stop whinging for like 10 minutes of my life. It's not something I like to do here, but you know, sometimes I just need to say something, otherwise they won't get fixed. I need this to be fixed. It's too long. Everyone that I talk to about this complains about it being too long, and they complain about Molex. We just don't need it anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I got so worked up. Yeah, let's continue with this teardown. But for all of the things I just whinged and complained about with Thermaltake RGB, I will say that this case is really, really nice. The airflow has been pretty incredible, and I need to just unplug. Another thing that annoys me about Thermaltake's RGB system is for every case they use a different connector, and they just kind of make up connectors and invent stuff. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be negative, but we just need a unified solution. I think Thermaltake, I think you guys have got this. You can make it happen, please. Okay, one thing I liked about this is this finish is pretty phenomenal. This intake is not the only front intake. This side intake is the additional intake, and believe it or not, it really works well. Like if you saw our thermal testing, with the panels all closed off, it actually had better temperatures than with everything all off and open, which is almost unheard of. It's pretty impressive, but I think that is also to do with the parts that we use. They're not high-end parts, so maybe we will revisit this with higher-end parts. This panel is beautiful. Even the lighting, and actually we had a few comments about people talking about the edges on the panels here as well. Man, it is just executed very well. It looks like a very premium product. Look at that, it's nice, it's nice. I can't complain about that part of it, except this connector. I know I'm whinging today, but I'm also very tired, and I need to vent sometimes because things annoy me. And now we're actually gonna tear the system down, not just complain about everything we didn't like about it. Let's go, ladies and gents, and pull the cooler out. Yep, there we go. Oh yeah. I just want to get the cooler out of the way because sometimes it just interferes with my life. So let's speed the footage up, and then we'll keep complaining or not complaining. Who knows? We'll see. Let's just speed it up and see what happens. Okay, there were some questions about why I used a 1000 watt power supply. The reason is, as I actually did mention in the video, Thermaltake sent it to us about a year ago, and I've been using it on our test bench, and it's currently the only Thermaltake power supply I have because I loaned a Thermaltake power supply, like the main one that I would have used for this build, to a friend because I'm a good friend. That's the story behind us not having other Thermaltake power supplies. I literally loaned it to somebody because I didn't want them to go without, because I'm a nice guy. Believe it or not. I don't know. Am I a nice guy, Claire? I don't know.
Yeah, you're alright.
I know.
I wouldn't have married you otherwise.
Oh, that sucks for you.
Yeah.
Alright, out comes this behemoth 1000 watt power supply that I'm gonna make Claire clean up.
No.
Yes! Yeah! Why are you singing at me like that? Fair enough! Alrighty, let's remove the ring quads. I went full ghetto here. I used 2 screws on each fan because I wanted to build faster. Actually, here's a great story. We had a couple of people saying, "Oh, $1,600 isn't budget," and I'm like, I know it's not budget, but this wasn't a budget PC. It was a budget of $1,600. I feel like people don't know what the word budget means. In regards to allocating a certain amount of money to do something. Like if you were to go to the store and was say, hey, I've got $20 to spend on stuff, that's my budget. My budget is $20. That's exactly what a $1,600 budget means. I saw someone commenting, this guy thinks $1,600 is budget. I'm like, well, it's not what I said at all, is it?
It's a budget.
It's a budget of $1,600. It's funny that we mentioned budget because someone in the comments said,
this is a $1,200 to $1,400 PC at best.
I agree with you, but have you seen how much the ring quads cost? They're $200 for a set of these, pushing it up to, well, what number is that, Claire? What's 1,400 plus 200? $1,600. That is why it's a $1,600 budget build. It is a budget of $1,600 and the fans are included in that price. I'm really ranty today. It's excellent. Sometimes I just need to be this guy. Otherwise, people think I'm a pushover on the internet, which I'm not. I have been doing this for many years, and I cannot wait to see the dislikes on this video. I get excited now. It's amazing. Also, a big part of the channel is our Australianness, if that's a word. A lot of our personality and humor in Australia is type of sarcasm that a lot of people don't understand. So a lot of what I say is highly sarcastic, and it's just the way that we are wired from birth. I can't explain it. We're all like this. All right, motherboard out time. Let's go. Speed it up. Get it all out. Get it all out of the way. Sometimes I feel like I just need to vent with these videos. What do you reckon, Claire? Is that fair that I get to do that?
I guess so.
Or do you think that I should just be like have no personality and be a pushover? I don't know. I like Teardown and Chill is like one of my favorite series that we kind of invented out of nothing recently. It was just like a bunch of like time-lapse footage of me pulling it apart, but I feel like you miss the parts where I get frustrated at stuff when I do that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just changing as a person. Maybe I'm becoming a worse person.
Maybe you're a worse person all along.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I've just been the worst forever. Maybe, yeah, I'm probably just the worst person. Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense now. All right, this motherboard's gonna drop because they don't have the center peg for this motherboard yet, for this case. So out comes the motherboard. The motherboard's usually next to the fatherboard. And I'm gonna show you this tip again. I will do this probably forever and ever and ever. Can't get the IO shield out, get the back of your screwdriver, hit it until it flies and explodes. We've had a lot of positive comments about this in the past. People like, I didn't know that. And then I was also like, yeah, you can also just throw it over your shoulder too. And yeah. I'm not gonna do a Linus, I'm not gonna drop stuff, I'm just gonna throw stuff on purpose. Let's get this all back together. We've got to put the original fan back in, and I think that's it on the hard drive sled. So why don't we just shut up and do that, and we go time-lapse mode, and then we'll chat about the last thing with Thermaltake cases that I have to mention. So let's do that. Let's speed it all up so we can get out of here and you guys can go on home. That's the teardown done. And there is one last thing that I don't like that I think Thermaltake needs to fix. And I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna take the camera off the tripod here and I'm gonna show you this, okay? See all this stuff here? All of this black residue, right? Let me see if I can, there we go, that's probably better. All of that black residue that you're seeing here is left on the table every single time that I build with a Thermaltake case, and they all do it. And it's to do with the rubber feet, and it's a bit gross. And I think it's a weird thing to complain about, but when you're building as much as us and you have to like clean the surface of the table after you're building or midway through building for filming, that can get a bit tedious, especially if you're building a custom loop or something like that. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. And sometimes, like, look, if you rub it, it doesn't come off easily. I need to actually use proper cleaning stuff to get it off. But yeah, that's a one weird thing that I've noticed that they've been doing in the last year or two with their cases, probably longer. Yeah, it's a bit gross. All right, ladies and gents, I hope you enjoyed that teardown. I'm sorry for ranting for half of the video. I just felt like there's a few things that I needed to say in today's video. yeah, that's just what happens. That's how the internet works. Also, if you want to know what parts we use in this build, there is a PC part picker list down in the description down below. If you want any of the music, you can head on over to our Patreon, and also soon to be on FLOATPLANE as well. Yes, we are on FLOATPLANE, so if you want to join us there, there's also a link to this video, or sorry, our FLOATPLANE down in the description. Also, if you're watching this on FLOATPLANE, just ignore what I'm saying right now. Once again, yeah, I'm your boy Nick with Gear Seekers. Check out the original build video in the description too. What's wrong with me today? I can't even, I don't know, I think I'm just tired. I blame our Discord community for keeping me up till 3:30 in the morning playing video games with you guys. I'm just exhausted, but I loved it. It was heaps of fun. If you want to join our Discord, there's a link to that down below as well. I do get on voice chat every now and again, or actually pretty often, probably, yeah. Anyway, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, or hit the join button, or join us on FLOATPLANE. If you didn't like this video, you know what to do. Tell us what you hated about it. Once again, thank you so very much for watching. I'm your boy Nick with Gear Seekers. You peek, we seek, and yeah, FLOATPLANE. This is our first proper like to FLOATPLANE first upload. So yeah, enjoy, and I'll see you next Tuesday. I mean, I'll see you probably tomorrow.